produce minimal techno under the name Core Minimal, and I'm in Dublin with Furtive. Alright, I'm using the Xenix 1204 USB for my sound card. The Volca Bass Beats, Monotribe, Monotron, Oscillator Pro 2, the MS-20, and then like a MIDI controller here. That's using that for like putting MIDI in on the Volca Bass. Yeah, I have an ER1 Mark II drum machine from Korg as well, and beat controlled rotary from Behringer, and Rocket 6's speakers as well. So that's and a 4 gig laptop as well. So that's Windows 7. So I started off with the Volca Bass, and I was feeding that through the MS-20's filter, and yeah, I had a sequence going through that. So just basically this. I recorded about like 60 bars of a sequence, just playing around with all the different things on the Volca Bass. I cut up certain parts of it that I liked for just certain parts of the track. When it was like rising, I'd have harsher parts. So. And there's a bit of automation going on there as well, going from a sends, which was just a ping pong delay. Yeah, there's some processing going on here as well, I think. Yeah, I've got a dub delay on top of that, and I've got an auto filter with it's got an LFO going on it, so it's nearly like an auto pan on it, so it's like you can hear it kind of bouncing from each speaker. Before that, I went back afterwards and I made another sequence, which just a little like 1 bar thing out of like, well, there's like 30 bars there, and that's just playing in the background the whole time. So you'll hear that at the beginning of the track. Got a kick going after that. It's just a 909 kick. So this is kind of what I was hearing. And once I found a nice kick to kind of fit with that, I moved on to the sub. Pretty sure I used the MS-20 for the sub. So like it's just a 2 bar thing. Like it's kind of bouncing there, like, and it's side chained, just EQ'd, so it fits well with the kick. I kind of moved on to like the sub and the kick, just like and focused on that until I had them working well together. So it was just kind of normal 909, just samples I used, and there was just a Tal reverb. It was really nice reverb. It kind of sounds nearly kind of like a hardware reverb, really. Like it sounds a lot better than the Ableton ones anyway. And I just had like, see that's the tail. Like I needed a side chain with the kick just to kind of like, it kind of gives it a little bit more atmosphere, even though you can't really notice it too much. It kind of helps with the groove. That like you have the side chain for that little bit of extended tail on the hi-hats. So I was basically I didn't do too much. It was just the one. It was like an open hi-hat off the 909 samples, and it's also kind of just for atmosphere use as well. I have pitch down hi-hats as well here, with just a resonator on them and a bit of reverb as well. Yeah, for the beginning of the track, it was just 1s and 2s and 4s that I had the hits on, but and they're layered as well. A few claps there. Yeah, they're 808 claps. The 808 claps I think sound a lot nicer than 909s. Further on the track, then I built the claps, just kind of gives more kind of energy to the track. So I threw in a lot more claps. I just recorded them in on the keyboard. Like I just armed the track, and then I just like fixed them up afterwards because I got pretty bad latency. Usually I'd have just a normal straight riding hi-hat that just sounds like that. Usually it sounds grand, but for some reason I was having kind of issues with it, so I got a reverse of the same sample, which I brought in first as well. When I was in the actual track, I brought that in first and then kind of gradually increased the sound of the actual ride as well. So the two of them kind of fit together really well with like the kick drum. See, it gives it that bit more of a gives it a bit more groove. It's the break. So just left the hi-hat in and then slowly brought in that pitch down percussion thing again. You can hear the harsher parts of the sequence on the Volca bass as well. It just kind of like builds a little bit of tension. I have another reversed ride and and then a little crash that comes in just when it's just coming back into the track. It just kind of gives it a little bit more of a feel. Yeah, so then again I change it up at Bear 20 or 129. Just kind of cut out the rides and the claps. Just break it down slightly again without actually taking out like the kick and the bass. So it kind of keeps a bit of energy in there, but like still kind of brings it down a little bit. And again with the little rise and the crash there as well, just like coming back in as I bring in the claps again. So yeah, then after that I just bring in the rides the way I did the last time, just the reverse ride and then the like normal sounding one after that. So it's slowly building back up to kind of the main kind of beat of the track again. I take out the hats first. It just goes down to the rides and the hi-hats just left on the drums. And obviously the sequence and everything's still playing the way it was. Yeah, that's pretty much it. It just kind of gradually comes out again. Like the reverse ride and the normal ride just come out at the same time, and yeah, the hi-hats come out at the same time as well. So you're just left with the just the Volca sequence and the bass. And then there's a little bit of automation on that just to kind of give a little bit of atmosphere for the very end of the track. And that's pretty much it. I'm Corey Minimal, and that was my track Inducer. It's going to be out on the 27th of November.